Hi guys, welcome again to my channel. Today we're going to be making a Man City badge, but it's going to be a dual layer, double layer. So it basically pops out when it's on the wall. Now, when we get into this, obviously there's no welding in here. The reason being is the top section screwed onto the bottom section. So should it deteriorate over time, then obviously the customer can just unscrew it, respray it back on. Welding, you'll never mask that off, really, because there's quite sharp edges. So this again is how I go about it, guys, and this will answer the questions, because everyone keeps asking me how do I get clean cuts on a plasma, and a lot of it is nothing to do with the machine. As you see, guys, the machine that I do all the videos all started to, it does wood engraving plus plasma. It cost me 900 quid to make, yeah, and it cuts within 0.02 of a mil. So, do you know what I mean? A lot of it for me is the software and whether you can be bothered actually to do the image properly, or whether you just want to make a quick buck. But for me, they've got to be spot on. So I go about it by, obviously, first of all, that's my sheet metal size, always in Vectric. That's the most cost-effective sheet of metal at the moment because of these stupid prices. So as long as I don't go out of them borders, it's not going to be missing the sheet. So we'll import this Manchester City badge, which obviously I've drawn way before this because it's just, there's a bit to it. So there we go, guys. That'll be the outer layer. Now, how I get my images clean. Now, I've left a few off. Now, if you save as a generally speaking DXF and you export it as a DXF, even though you do this, it'll revert it back to 1,000,000 nodes. Now, yeah, your Mac 3 will look so many lines ahead, but for me, it just needs to be the least curved as possible. I know it makes a difference on wood, especially engraving, so I just take the time and do it. So I'll give you an example. We click on this H now. Now I've done the H. Yeah, dead simple. That'll be sharp. Now, if I click on the C, oh, that's a DXF. Yeah, there's 1,000,000 there. You'll never, it's just impossible. For Vectric, the quick tool I always use is this one here, Fit Curves to Selected Vectors. Now, if you hit this one and click on Bezier Curves, yeah, it will reduce it quite a lot. Now, the more number you have on here, should I say, it will be, so for example, if I go to 1, don't like that at all. Let me have a look. Preview 0.5. Yeah, I don't like that. There we go, we'll go for that. 0.05. Now, when I look at the image as well, you'll always see that there's a group here. Yeah, and when it's on a background, I mean, most people probably might not see that, but I do when it's cut out, and that's the difference between a good cut and a really good cut if you go through these here. So there's a quick way of just getting rid of that. So if I go to an edit mode, rather than delete each point, yeah, you're never going to get it smooth ever. So if I just go past the first point there, cut the vector there, cut the vector there, and we'll just take that section out. Now if we quickly close vector, smooth curve, boom, adds it in. Now that'll be one continuous. And it's happy days, works it out. Now again, if you go to the N, there's 1,000,000. So this is how I basically go through all my badges, because they're all sketch. Now let's have a look at this one. So again, if we click on preview, look at that, guys, straight away. Now what we'll do is I generally speaking, once I get all the images to the least nodes, I'll then always export to an SVG, always, because it keeps them nodes that you've obviously just edited. If you then export back to DXF and then import it again, all them ridiculous nodes are back. So make sure that you export as a SVG. So obviously from there, we'll minimize that, and then we'll be over into sheet cam. So with this being a dual layer badge, the first obviously badge was, I think I made it 370 by 370, and then you'll just have a circle at the background that's obviously 370. So if we import this one, plasma images, football badges, ooh, not that one, that one. So again, guys, that's what it looks like in sheet cam. Now again, I ignore that for now. It's on my other PC. So like I said, overlapping. That's, ignore that. The error's not on. It's on. This is just the PC that I got in the house that I just mess around with. So again, usual case, inside and outside cut. Again, I'm not going to go through mega. You know, guys, if you know this. Cut. Yeah, and again, once we start doing these, it's like I always do. Now, a lot of the complicated designs I do, sometimes it doesn't turn red. They're so minute here that it's just impossible to see. So at this point, I generally then set my inside cut to inside cut, so I can see the cut in there. So again, you see, as soon as I move that to inside cut, you can see, for me, it's better on the eyes, you can see it. And I'll quickly go through all this, guys. Won't bore you to death, but you know the score. All inside cuts. My tool sets for these, I'll show you. 16 gauge. I can actually up that actually. Sometimes probably for about 2,000, but I find after months of trial and measuring the kerf, that for my plasma, which is, as you should know by now, is Jasic 45 cut, is bang on. Outside cut again, 1.7. If you go any bigger than that, what tends to happen is stuff like that. You'll find that the lead in will be too big, if you get me, guys. Yeah, so just match it on the awls. If you're trying to do, this should work. Inside cut. Yeah. If I then adjust this here, yeah, you lead in, then it won't fit in the awl. Yeah, it will then give you a caution mark, which we got before. So be right back, guys. So that's it. So like I said, any questions on the Vectric, I'll show you, but that's how I do my signs. So I just should put a quick video now of it cutting my Man City badge, and you can see the final product. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll be right back. And there we go, guys. That's the finished product, and it's clean, very, very clean. Any questions, please ask. Drop us a message, follow me on Instagram. See you later, guys.